Good morning. Thank you, Kevin. I thought I would actually start with a short poem, which will give you an idea of meditation for today. It's called Joy Chose You. Joy does not arrive with a fanfare on a red carpet strewn with the flowers of a perfect life. Joy sneaks in as you pour a cup of coffee, watching the sun hit your favourite tree just right. And you usher joy away because you're not ready for her. Your house is not as it should be for such a distinguished guest. But joy, you see, cares nothing for your messy home, or your bank balance, or your waistline. Joy is supposed to slither through the cracks of your imperfect life. That's how joy works. You cannot truly invite her. You can only be ready when she appears, and hug her with meaning, because in this very moment, joy chose you. It's by Donna Ashworth. So I'd like to lead a meditation this morning on positive emotions. This is a practice that can help us through the difficult times, a dark winter, a tricky day, and it's not to push away from any other emotions, deny or suppress any real problems that we're going through, but as a way to build resilience and increase our capacity to notice and more deeply experience moments of joy, contentment, gratitude. We all naturally tend to focus on what's wrong with us and remember more of the negative experiences that we have. Something someone said to us, something we did, and the way that made us feel. So with this practice, we can make a point of paying attention to the everyday experiences that give us pleasure. A beautiful view, a hug, or a small moment of laughter with a friend. So before settling in, if you want to just give yourself a moment to stretch, if that feels good, do your little adjustments. Maybe roll the shoulders. You might want to take a couple of deep breaths, letting it out, just settling in. And finding that posture, comfortable posture, a nice, relaxed, upright position. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Spine stacked straight. Giving it a little stretch. Resting your hands in your lap some way that's comfortable for you. And if it feels okay for you today, you can close the eyes or keep them open, just taking a soft gaze down. And just dropping into the breath. Breathing naturally. Knowing today that you can come back to the breath and begin again at any moment. There's no right or wrong. Do whatever you need to look after yourselves today. So with a nice relaxed awareness, welcoming each breath into the body, maybe with a little inward smile as you meet your breath with your attention. Allowing your breath to be just as it is. No need to force or change anything. Softly, gently, noticing each breath as it comes and goes. Noticing where you feel the breath today. Maybe it's at the nostrils, back of the throat, or maybe it's with that gentle rise and fall of the shoulders, the chest. Perhaps you notice it at the belly. Wherever you notice the breath, just keeping your attention there for a few minutes. If the mind wanders, just meet it with a smile and gently walk it back to the breath. Now, bringing the mind to a pleasurable experience that you've had recently, one that carries with it a positive emotion, perhaps happiness, joy, comfort, contentment. Maybe it was a really lovely meal, a delicious cup of coffee. Maybe it was a fun time spent with your kids. Maybe there is something in your life that you feel especially grateful for at the moment. Perhaps it's a friend that you can rely on, that you know is always there when you need someone to talk to. Perhaps it's a loving pet that's always really excited to see you. Maybe it's just a lovely walk in nature or a view out of your window. Take a moment to really cherish that image that comes to mind as you recall that pleasurable experience. And as you cherish that experience, where in the body do you notice any sensations? What are those sensations? What do they feel like? How do those sensations change? Focus your attention on wherever they feel the strongest. See if you can stay there with them, opening up to them, fully accepting them. Now notice what emotions come up as you bring this experience to mind. Not judging anything that arises. And as you notice it, you might make a mental note of the emotion. You might feel moments of excitement, moments of fear, moments of wanting more of whatever sensations or feelings that are arising for you. Simply notice and be with all of these shifting emotions as they rise and fade away. There might be some uneasiness coming up, some self-judgment, a sense of not deserving to experience positive feelings like happiness and joy. Is it possible to acknowledge that and also invite the feelings of joy and delight too? Allowing yourself to make space for them and fully experience these emotions. Now, perhaps noticing what's happening with the mind. Is the mind attaching any stories to the emotions that are arising? What thoughts might be coming in? Or perhaps you're falling back into some negative thought patterns, maybe some worries. Perhaps these are more familiar states of mind, more comfortable. And just notice that. Let them go. Coming back to the feeling of the pleasurable experience. Coming back to that image. Noticing the sensations in the body. Noticing what that feels like in this moment.
I invite you now to let go of any thoughts, anything that's happening in the mind. Softly, gently bring your awareness back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly, as we're coming towards the end of our meditation, perhaps begin to notice where your hands are resting, your sit bones, and you're connected with the earth beneath you. Noticing any sounds in the distance. Anything closer in to your space. You notice the sound of your own breath. Before I end for today, I just want to invite you, as you go through the day, to notice any small moments, any tiny moments of joy or pleasure. See if you can just stay with those for a moment or two. Maybe storing them up, a memory bank of pleasurable experiences to draw on at any moment. Perhaps now just beginning to imagine the space around you in your mind's eye, picturing what's in front, what's to each side of you. Softly shifting the attention back outwards. There's no rush. taking your time. You might want to deepen the inhale for a breath or two if that feels good. Maybe slowing down the exhale. Maybe letting it out with a sigh. Whenever you're ready, just gently, softly opening up the eyes. Joining us back here. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Kevin, for the opportunity.